Welcome to Tables,
Lists,
and Chairs. This is the best Royal Rumble Winners edition. We've already gone once around the sun doing this show, so you can check out our picks for the best and worst Royal Rumble matches that we did last year. But now it's time to talk about the winners of many of these matches. You won't see multiple entries of the same individual for different Rumbles, so the body of work of their Rumble appearances and Rumble wins is what's going to be factored in.
There's not 3 Steve Austin entries.
Yes.
Each of us have compiled our list of what we believe to be the 10 best Royal Rumble winners, and we will be assigning a point total to each of them. If they are ranked number 10, they get 1 point. If they are ranked number 9, they get 2 points. There were a lot of factors to kind of balance out and weigh here, and I don't know if I'm totally happy with how I've come about this. And this could be one where we might have similar picks. We might have some that completely come out of left field, and I might look back at this and be like, ooh, it's really tough, this.
It was tough. It's harder than I thought it was going to be.
And I don't think my list's correct.
That's the spirit. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Right off the bat.
Right in there.
I think you're right as well. I hate my list.
This is a great way to start, Sullivan. Sullivan, of course, has gone for The Undertaker.
Yeah.
And Luke and I have gone for Edge.
I really thought he'd be higher on your list.
Now, see, I did too. But the thing is, I love both of the Royal Rumble matches that Edge wins. And, you know, he does a big surprise return in the 2010 one, and that's really cool. Unfortunately, he has the dubious distinction of being the only person to win multiple Rumbles and lose both of his WrestleMania subsequent title shots.
Yeah.
So that's why he's at number 10. If he did more with winning the Rumbles and what that meant, then he might be a little bit higher. One Iron Man performance as a winner, one big surprise return right at the end. It's a nice balance of Royal Rumble appearances and wins.
I was never top guy Edge. Like, as a big fan whenever Edge was top guy, so I don't have like, oh, I made the big return. But like watching it with the benefit of hindsight, it's really, really cool. I've got very little to say about the 2021 Rumble, aside from the fact that he reunites with Christian, and that moment's awesome. It's like one of the best Rumble things ever. I wish it had not happened in front of screens. You can't not have a list of 10 without Edge being on there.
Well, you sure can't, right, Sullivan?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I was just I'd just forgotten about Edge in 2010. That's the problem, isn't it? That's where I've gone wrong, isn't it? That's where I've gone wrong. And I put in The Undertaker because I was like, yeah, that was fine, wasn't it?
That was fine, was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. Cody Rhodes from Luke, Batista from Sullivan, and Bianca Belair from myself.
I think I want to specifically highlight 2024's Rumble, because I think the final stretch he has with Punk is really, really great. Considering that I went into that Rumble being like, oh, for sure Cody is winning. That final stretch he has with Punk made me go like, maybe they are going to give Punk the W here. It's probably a good job they didn't, because he got hurt. Him winning the 2023 one is also great. Leads to 2 great WrestleMania matches. I kind of wanted to have him higher on my list, but there are people up there that I think I was more excited about winning the Rumble than I was Cody Rhodes. These were more Rumbles I was going in, I'm expecting him to win.
That is a very good point. Obviously, I'm only doing this for 2014. 2005, bit disappointing, but my God, what a swerve. And that breakdown of Evolution that followed afterwards, absolutely fantastic stuff. And what a lovely man.
Indeed. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave. Like when I got back in wrestling in 05, like Batista was like one of the 2 guys that my housemate, who was a casual fan, really like latched onto. It was him and Shelton, because we started it was New Year's Revolution 05 when we came back, and that is when it's both of them are inside the chamber, and that was like the sort of the real. They'd been doing the C's beforehand, but it was like they're basically. Here's the plan now. Okay, he's winning the Rumble, and then he's going to beat Triple H at WrestleMania.
I think one of the best things that a Rumble can do is cement somebody as a main event star. Bianca Belair is one of the best examples of that. Again, at number 9, because it's in front of nobody and all that. It's difficult to go back and watch. But enters at number 3, I believe, and goes on this Iron Woman run to win the Royal Rumble. And before that, her call-up in 2020 is absolutely nothing. She wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to WrestleMania 37 to face Sasha Banks and win the title. But winning the Rumble into that WrestleMania, she's never looked back.
Yeah.
She has been a top star of WWE since then, and I think that is one of the biggest things that a Royal Rumble match and a Royal Rumble win can accomplish.
Arguably one of the best WrestleMania main events ever.
Absolutely.
It's so gosh darn good.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. Rey Mysterio from Sullivan.
Yeah.
Bailey from Luke. And The Undertaker from myself. Allow me for a moment, because I might give a bit more of a glowing endorsement of this match than Sullivan gave.
I don't know. It seemed like it sounded pretty cool. I don't know what happened around it.
This win does more for the Royal Rumble lineage than it does for The Undertaker.
Yeah.
It's 2007. The Undertaker is a made man, has been for a decade plus at that point. But having The Undertaker's name listed among Royal Rumble winners makes the Royal Rumble feel more important.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good point.
Not only is it like, oh, it's the first number 30 entrant to win, and that was like, at the time, a big deal, but also, this is one of the best Royal Rumble matches, so it's a really cool way to cap off a great thing. The little mini match he has with Shawn Michaels is the final two, is like everybody's favorite final two in Royal Rumble history and all that. Probably the best WrestleMania match he'd had to that point with Big Dave and winning the World Heavyweight title. It's just all around a very solid Royal Rumble win performance.
I was just about to say all that. I was so close.
But there are 9 better ones.
You took the words right out of my mouth. This is more personal, I will say. I know that a lot of people will be like, what? Huh? What?
What? No. What?
Sullivan doesn't know what he's talking about. And that's true, but but I know that this is going to sound strange to be talking about another wrestler while saying this, Rey Mysterio's name. I was a big Eddie Guerrero fan, and I felt the emotional story that WWE wanted us all to feel of like, oh my God, he's doing it from weirdly number 2. I don't know why he didn't just come in as number 1, but whatever. I was swept up with it as a child. This underdog story.
It was one of those Rumble wins where it felt like the company was never truly behind him because, he then loses the following month to Randy Orton, and then it's a triple threat at WrestleMania, and it goes, was it like 10 minutes?
Not even, it's like 9.
Yeah, so it's like really like disappointingly short. And I was like, I want them to be behind Ray, but I was like, I don't think they're ever going to be behind Ray.
Yeah.
And who have I got? Oh, Bailey. Yeah.
Your girl.
My girl. One of the few times now, and Wendy can attest to this, that I've interviewed someone and I've been genuinely starstruck, and I think I do a bad job of interviewing them because I was like, hi, I like your match at Takeover Brooklyn. An idiot. Like, of course you said that. She even went, I was like, yeah, everyone says that. Idiot. I did the live reactions for this. We had the party at the long arm. I was doing the commentary during this point. Jumped out of my seat when Bailey went. I actually love the finish of this, where you've got the 3 of them on the apron, where it's Cargill, Liv, and Bailey. And as genuine as like, I figured Bailey was going to win. I think that's why she's kind of on my list, because I was like, oh, I pegged you to go in and win. But when she does win, it's a genuinely euphoric. It's like, she did it.
I love seeing Bailey get her flowers.
Yes, exactly. And then goes on to have a really underappreciated WrestleMania match.
Absolutely. 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Very nice.
Shawn Michaels for the 2 of you and Rhea Ripley for me. Rhea Ripley, in a similar vein to Bianca Belair, but with fans. I compare them very similarly in my head because you look at the performances in the match and early entry, Rhea's number 1, Bianca's number 3. They go the distance. I believe one of them has like the women's record for longest run in a Royal Rumble. A good match too. This is, I think, the best women's Royal Rumble match. This is 2023. Her follow-up match with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, at least emotionally, completes a story that I was telling myself. The roles were reversed years ago, and Charlotte ruined the early career of Rhea Ripley, and it took a long time for her to fully recover from it. And finally, with a great Royal Rumble performance into a star-making match and title win at WrestleMania 39, that is as much as I can ask for from a Royal Rumble performance.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it was a really good Rumble.
Sean.
Lovely Sean. Oh, well, he wasn't lovely at this point in his career. He was not a very nice man.
Yeah, this is dickhead Sean.
Yeah. But he came in at number 1. That's very, very impressive. Very, very cool.
Yeah, I like both of the Rumble wins for Sean. Like, because 95 he wins. He's a heel. He wins it as a heel, and that's the Davey Boy finish as well with the 1 feet. Oh my God! It's sort of ruined by terrible Vince commentary. Like
really bad.
Garbage commentator.
God, his voice is so annoying.
Yeah. But in the 96 win, it's actually really rapid fire because I think it's like Sid goes out and then immediately super kick to Diesel and he goes out. And there's a great sell by Diesel. I think I prefer the 96 one to the 95 one, even though I think 95 is more iconic. But HBK is probably, arguably Mr. Royal Rumble.
He's not on my list, and that may shock people. But I think it's just because I think both of those Royal Rumble matches are quite bad.
They are.
The 95 one in particular
is really bad.
Is terrible.
It's just the finishes that people remember.
Yeah.
And people don't even really remember what happens up to the Davey Boy spot. No one even remembers the Davey Boy elimination of Michaels. They just know Shawn Michaels skinning the cat back up.
Yeah. Because the rest of it is so dreadful.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh. No. Okay, so quickly, we've got Undertaker, we've got John Cena, we've got Ric Flair. Now, a reason why I put John Cena here is only for that moment where he came back from the injury. It's nothing else. It's just that moment. I watched that moment back. I didn't watch it live. I wasn't watching wrestling at the time. That pop it gives me goosebumps.
It's awesome.
It's it's unbelievable for a crowd who absolutely, they realize very quickly, oh no, we hate this.
They forget that they hate him for 30 seconds.
That's how good it is.
It's the pop, isn't it?
It's the pop.
It's the pop. It's like, oh my God, he's back.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's back. Oh no, boo. Oh, I thought I was going to enjoy WrestleMania season this year.
Everything else doesn't matter. It's the best thing. It's the timing of JR saying at the perfect time, it's John Cena. That timing is, it's amazing how perfect that is. All of it is great. And he just looks up and, love it. I won't have your disparaging ooze.
Yeah. I don't think it's the best Rumble, but I think it's the most Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Loads of people in the ring.
It's Madison Square Garden. The most unbelievable surprise return. Yeah.
And capping off a great match.
Yeah.
Earns a lot of points for that. And then loses some because 2013 bad. But
Oh, yeah. Oh, 2013 does not factor into this whatsoever.
Rubbish.
The Undertaker, though.
Sullivan.
Pretty good, yeah.
So, in 2007, this is kind of a bit of a personal one for me, because 2007, I'm not really into WWE. I'm actually quite a big wrestling fan at this point, but I'm not a WWE fan. I'm a TNA guy at this point, and I watched WWE. I watch it a lot. I watch pretty much all the pay-per-views. I'm watching TV, but I'm just not into it. I'm watching it because I'm a wrestling fan, and you just watch wrestling when you're a wrestling fan, but I am not into the product. But Undertaker wins the Royal Rumble, and it's the one thing that I'm like, oh, that's cool. And it leads me into the WrestleMania season, and he has that awesome match with Batista, and I'm like, oh, that genuinely, even though I'm not into this product, that is objectively awesome.
The old school pick of a Royal Rumble. The first truly great Rumble. The first Royal Rumble with stakes.
Yeah.
It's amazing that it took that long, but Ric Flair going in, and again, I really like the long performance in the Royal Rumble. Enters at number 3. Goes the distance in the first really star-studded Royal Rumble, and goes and just has the best Rumble match.
So great.
This still, you can go back and watch our list of the 10 best Royal Rumble matches from last year. This still ranks very high. So you can tell that is still you get a lot of points assigned to Ric Flair having won the first early great Royal Rumble, and he wins the WWE title in the match. I wouldn't tell them to do that as a stip often. They've only done it one other time, and that one is not factoring into this list. But for that one, I think it's really cool and adds a lot of prestige to Ric Flair's title win. 3, 2, 1.
So close.
So close! We were so close to a 3!
Oh, that's disappointing.
Oh, so saddening.
With a tear in my eye, just want to echo everything you said.
Yeah.
It's an incredible Rumble. One of the only like early Rumbles that still hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it genuinely does still hold up.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because this one holds up, but then like the next 6 don't.
And the previous ones don't either.
And the previous ones do not either.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that the stip lasted that long because like it's a winner of a stip, but through the first like 12 Royal Rumbles, there's like 2 good ones.
Yeah. It's a bad time. An incredible Rumble, incredible winner.
Yeah, I totally agree.
When I started writing this list, Batista was like top 2 or 3. Because when I look at call him a young guy, but an up and coming guy who then wins the Royal Rumble and is never looked at as anything less than a main event guy ever again, I look at Batista. And I love the Evolution breakup storyline. The road to WrestleMania 21 with him and Triple H is, I think, one of the best WWE stories ever. And at the center of that is him winning the Royal Rumble. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, same year.
same year.
Yeah.
Asuka for Luke, Shinsuke Nakamura from Sullivan, and dear old Becky Lynch from myself.
Yeah, I wanted to have Becky on my list. I think the reason why I don't have Becky on my list is I've never loved how she gets into the match, which is just Finney's like, well, we're Irish. In you go.
Now, genuinely, everything about the actual match bumped this down a few pegs. Because I was tempted to like put this at number 2. The only thing this has going for it is it was the only option. And
Really
they
was.
did it.
Yeah. And
You know?
you're absolutely right. And it's weird as well because she's not advertised for the match because she's defended the title earlier in the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's the only option they should have ever considered. And they did it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Big points for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Similar to Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the things that I don't love about Asuka's Rumble win is what it leads to, which is
Same here.
it's the WrestleMania match where she loses the streak, and she should never have lost the streak. Like, she should have just won the world title. And that is a real shame, and it took her a long time to recover from that, and arguably, in some ways, has never felt as big of a star as she did when she won this Royal Rumble. But when she won this Royal Rumble, I turned to my friend and I was like, and it was because at the end of the pay-per-view, I turned to my friend, I was like, it genuinely feels like this company's moving into a positive direction. And I haven't said that for a while.
Yeah.
This was a Royal Rumble win that filled me with hope. And there was scant about that in WWE in 2017. 2016, 2017, there was scant hope there. This gave me hope.
Absolutely, and I felt the same with Shinsuke Nakamura. In fact, I felt the same when it came to what it led to as well. I was like, that could have been, I mean, it could have been amazing.
I know.
It could have been so great. I remember going into that being fully prepared to see another Roman Reigns win.
Yeah.
And just being like, I can't do this again. Like, this is just horrible. And I loved it when it was it was like the young guys and the old guys in the Rumble. That was really great. And I was just over the moon when Shinsuke won. I actually couldn't believe it. I got out of my
Genuine
chair.
surprise.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I was there at that show where both of these happened, and I tell you, you have never seen, at the time anyway, people leaving a WWE show so happy.
Yeah, right.
One of the big things that we have said, like we talked about in our Cursed History of Money in the Bank video, is that Money in the Bank is hope. I feel like the Royal Rumble is also hope.
Yes.
Because no matter how bad WWE is, when the first entrant comes out for a Royal Rumble, everybody still is hoping to see the best thing all year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is.
3, 2, 1.
And it's why Shinsuke Nakamura is my number 3 pick.
Damn it!
And we were so close as well.
Shinsuke Nakamura, Becky Lynch, and Drew McIntyre.
And it's very quickly for me, so basically it's what I said about Asuka, but about Shinsuke Nakamura. It's this genuine hope. Hot damn, at the end of this show, I turned to my friend, I was like, I'm in. It's WrestleMania season, I'm so in.
Yeah.
And that for me that's a Royal Rumble winner right there. Also, I did not expect Shinsuke Nakamura to win this Royal Rumble.
No.
Did not expect him to win it.
And this for me, you're absolutely, the points made about how she gets into the match, but it was just the only way she needed to be in. And when she does go into the match, I felt that pop from that crowd, that excitement that she's going to be in the match. And you're like, I know she's going to win now. And they're sort of making you feel like maybe she won't win, though. Maybe she won't. And
Charlotte's there.
Yeah,
There's always a chance.
You never know, because it's WWE and it's being run by a crazy guy.
He could have just done it as being like, I'm going to throw her out immediately.
Just to say a you to the fans.
Yeah.
That
Stop cheering for her. We don't want to push her.
I could have fully seen that happen where she just loses the title and then she just gets chucked out of the Royal Rumble immediately. I wouldn't have been surprised. It's Vince McMahon in this era.
So awesome. I don't want to. I mean, I kind of want to visit that timeline just to see what the reaction to that show was.
Send her straight back down to NXT.
You chaos gremlins.
But yeah, no,
This-
you're right. It's the only option.
This is so f***ing awesome.
Isn't it though?
This is so cool. Like, everything that I just said about Batista and making a new top star and never looking back is, I feel, done the best with Drew McIntyre. Because this might be high for some people. It'd be like, oh, really? Drew McIntyre? Oh, that. Not only is it one of the best Royal Rumble matches with a great story told throughout, where Drew eliminates Brock halfway through, and there's still that doubt that maybe, well, that's how you set up Drew and Brock at WrestleMania, and then Roman's gonna win the Royal Rumble match, and he'll face The Fiend and all that stuff. But no. They switch it around, and they have Drew McIntyre claymore Roman Reigns and throw him out at the very end. This is such an awesome Royal Rumble moment. This is a surprise. This is a anyone can really win type scenario. And just this guy that people wanted to see succeed did it.
Look at his 2019. He's a lackey. He's just someone's lackey, whether it's Dolph's or Shane's lackey. And then in the 2020, January 2020, wins the Royal Rumble and he's a main event guy. It's incredible the turnaround it goes on.
3, 2, 1. Yeah! I was like, oh no, I missed. Oh no, I didn't.
Some people might say you had it too high. I said not high enough. Rules. And this was nearly ruined for me by Andy Datson because Mike Johnson had essentially reported ahead of time that Drew was going to win the Rumble. And Andy came into the office because me, him, and Ollie watched it together. And the first thing he said was like, "Oh, have you heard who's winning the Rumble?" And I was like, "Don't you f***ing dare say!"
Shut your mouth. I have got shut your mouth.
Because this is the Royal Rumble and it matters. Just because he doesn't like wrestling, don't ruin it for me. When he eliminated Brock Lesnar, I was jumped out of my seat. I was so excited. Could not have happened to a nicer guy. And he won it, and then the world fell apart. And he did not get his proper WrestleMania moment, and it made me sad. But hot damn, I f***ing love this so much.
I love that Cody Rhodes is now one of the all-time great Royal Rumble people. Yes. Cody Rhodes going in there, I thought we were long past the days of like back-to-back Royal Rumble winners. It was a thing of the 90s that we'll never really see again. Yeah. And then, god damn it, was he the best choice to win the Royal Rumble in back-to-back years. With 2 different performances, one at number 30 and then one about halfway through, and 2 completely different but very excellent performances. Going toe-to-toe with Gunther in a great mini-match.
So
What
great.
a match within a match.
You made us wait a year. Now, if you take this from us now, we'll not be happy about this.
Yeah.
And to see him win and go and point at Roman Reigns, it's like, okay, this man is undeniable. The wait will have been worth it. And sitting here now, a year later, I can tell you that it was.
It's one of my favorite. Like, I love that party we had, that watch party. Screw you, WWE, for taking them away from us. But being in that like huge group of us all together, just willing Cody Rhodes to win that Royal Rumble, was so great.
I agree. There's simply nothing else to say. I would just be adding words for fluff. And I refuse to do that. I won't
pad the runtime here, Sullivan. Daddy gets an extra ad break this way.
All right. I like his hair very much, and he wears nice clothes.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah! Very clever.
Really clever.
Now, before we move on,
Yeah.
Oh. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for the sake of old Lang Syne? Old Lang Syne.
enough of this.
Yeah, I don't know your rappy bands, do you?
I don't know the words to that. No one
For
does.
God's sake, that isn't true.
It's like God Save the Queen. No one really knows the
That's
words
a mental
to it.
thing to say. That's a mental thing to say. No.
I don't know the words to either song.
Well, it's fair enough.
I feel now that this is going to become a boomer opinion. I don't know what that is for me now, because I'm not a boomer, I'm a millennial. But he won the greatest Royal Rumble, then he main evented the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, that is my millennial opinion, but I think it is still true.
I just don't think you can argue against
No, I think it's the best. It's the best Royal Rumble ever, and it's the best WrestleMania ever, and he's the best Royal Rumble winner.
That alone would be enough to be slam dunk top of the list. Everything about it is
Arguably the best pay-per-view they've
Yeah.
ever done.
You don't even need to factor in that he won 2 more Rumbles.
I know. I didn't get a WrestleMania out of one of them.
Yeah.
But he went on to have an amazing match with Brett. Arguably, like, at that point, probably one of the best WrestleMania matches of the time.
Might still be.
Might still be.
You said earlier that Shawn Michaels might be Mr. Royal Rumble. Nay, sir. Big John Stud Steve Austin. This is Mr. Royal Rumble. He, at least for a time, had like the most eliminations ever accumulatively in the Royal Rumble. It's inarguable
Yeah.
that Steve Austin is the best Rumble winner.
He should have won the 99 Rumble. Like, it's a funny swerve. Vince wins it, but he should have won the 99 Rumble as well. But yeah, he's the best.
It's not even an opinion at this point.
It's just counting.
it's just counting, guys. It's just maths.
You know how much we love math on this show.
Do you love maths? These matches, they defined an era. They were some of the best matches of the best era. Let's face it was the best era. It was the best era because I was growing up at the time.
Yeah. That's where the boomer opinion starts to
Yeah.
come in. I was a teenager when this happened. I go, this is the best one.
I wasn't, and I still acknowledge it. And we've been given our results. From Adam Whitney, I wonder who number 1 is. However, Adam Whitney has written, I bet you were expecting a joke here, especially after calling me out for the lack of joke inclusion in the previous Patreon episode. Sorry to disappoint again. No joke to be seen here. Carry on with your little video. I'm sure it's going really well, and there are no ridiculous Seth Rollins at number 2 picks. You, Sullivan. You're the joke. Not me. Not me. You. I hate you.
You took it like a gentleman.
Oh, the Essex really came out of him at the end there, didn't it?
It's not the first time he's written that
Oh,
letter.
he hides it so well in the office. But it really comes out at times.
Right. At third place, joint third with 17 points. It's Ric Flair and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, I think that's very fair. Yeah.
it's pretty
At number 2 with 20 points, it's Cody Rhodes. And at number 1 with the full 30 points, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'm very happy.
I'm
with
glad that Cody got to the position that he was in. I think it's well earned.
that. Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of Tables, Lists, and Chairs. If you want to watch more of this show, you can check out last year's list of our best Royal Rumble matches. Here's a clip.
2004, a controversial
Well, yeah, obviously me picking this does not condone anything anyone in this match might have gone on to do.